republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You have to give him a minute.
You gotta get spry.
Give him a
All right, we'll do our oath of offices. Whichever one of you two wants to first stand and read it off.
Okay.
I, Kit Bauman of Washburn, North Dakota, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of North Dakota, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Park Board member according to the best of my abilities, so help me God. Thank you.
I, Rob Tribbick of Washburn, North Dakota, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of North Dakota, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the Park Board according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Lacey's not here, so hopefully we can get her. Approval of the agenda. We're going to move the baseball discussion up to number 10. Mark's not here, and I haven't heard back from the attorney, so we'll just move that one up. And then I forgot to put soccer, so I'll just put soccer on 18. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda with the changes?
I'll second that.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there back to
Second.
Brock?
Yes.
Kit?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Yes. All right, we have to reorganize. Guess we'll start with president. Is there any nominations for president?
Yes, I nominate Dana.
Guess I'll take it. Any other discussion? Brock?
Yes.
Kit?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Yes. Do I have a motion for vice president?
Brock.
I'll second that.
And I will, wait, doesn't it take two now? Shouldn't it be your name and my name?
For what?
Or he nominated?
Kit nominated him, I seconded it.
Okay, that's good. It's Kit, Dana. Okay.
Brock?
Yes.
Kit?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
And yes. Do I have a nomination for secretary? Nominate Lacey, she's not here.
Let's, so we put her in,
Well, I mean.
and if she doesn't want to do it, what do you think?
Can you do that? Can you nominate someone when they're not here to speak to
I'm not even
themselves?
on the oath yet.
Well, let's do it, and if we can't, then I'll go back to doing it. And all I'm saying is that makes her in,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets her done.
Second.
Who made the motion? Did you?
You did.
Sure.
You did, didn't you? And who seconded it? Well, you did? Yes.
Brock?
Yes.
Kit,
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Yes. Portfolios. I would like to do golf, if anyone has anything against that. I'm out there all the time working, so. We have to have someone on there, and if someone has to go to their meetings, but if someone else wants it.
I would go, I did it, and they don't meet very much. I'll do parks.
Okay. Brock, I'm assuming you're gonna
You
take the
didn't do-
baseball?
I'll keep baseball if nobody else wants it.
Oh, there's pool.
Mm-hmm. There's basically one for everybody.
Okay, then I will do pool.
You're gonna do the pool?
Mm-hmm.
So now parks?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Don't you do parks?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
No, it is baseball.
okay. Who would like to do parks?
You wanna do maintenance? Sure. Do we have to do them in motions?
That's a question, I never got that way last time. I thought we just, everybody kind of picked one and called it good.
Yeah, we did.
So then we have parks and fundraising, all of us.
I will do fundraising also too.
Okay.
Is Stacy with Parks?
Yep.
That's not, we basically just gotta go make sure that they're being mowed and
I think that's kind of
everything's being kept
all
up.
general one, right? I mean,
Yeah.
one person kind
I
of
drive around a lot.
leave it, but then everybody else is still kind of,
Is the maintenance in parks the same thing, or no? Okay, it's a pretty big difference.
Well, there's equipment.
Kind of. It was, I think, kind of parts of maintenance, like when I got on, I had parts and maintenance, it was all kind of one, but I just thought,
Okay.
split it up, or.
All right.
Alright. Is there any public comment?
Oh, wow, I think we do.
Well, I think a lot of them are here for baseball, and this is the baseball stuff, right? Or any public comment from anybody
We talk now or later?
about baseball?
Yeah.
In just a little bit.
Okay.
No? Okay. I screwed up, forgot to send out the June minutes, so I'll get those and we can approve those.
Later.
Yep. Paul?
Okay, give you this is, Queen County came in for so this would be the what we're gonna turn into the city for estimated budget. We haven't done the full budget yet, but they just asked that we put in something a little bit earlier.
Okay,
So I just increased it by about 10%. You guys won't probably get a full 10%, but it keeps you with where the middle ground is.
perfect. Yep,
Did you keep one of them?
I kept one of the copies, yeah.
Okay, I'll just do this one then.
Yep, yep. You just need to, as long as it's approved and everybody's on board with it, you just need to sign it and give it to Chelsea. And like I said, let her know once we get that budget done, we'll get her a copy of it. So I guess one of the biggest things that I kind of was looking at was in discussion with this pool project. I think that if you guys can keep your expenses about where you've been the past year or two, you might be close to being able to, with the money that's coming in from teaching, with the money you have in the CD, and with the money that you're going to have left over from this year, you might be pushing and getting close to being able to afford that pool project.
yeah, and I'm gonna write, a grant to, the one from, well, I did it for the park up above and we got money from them, so I'm gonna write one there, and then when we find that big one, I'm gonna write it.
I don't think that ever happened.
Oh, you don't, huh? Okay, well, we'll find, yeah,
So we're starting a good position then?
yeah.
Yeah, you're sitting really well this year, which is where like I said, I'm hoping that as the money continues to come in, and I think if you guys did some serious fundraising over the next year or so, you could really be looking at being close to being able to, even if it was like, if you could pay like 3/4 of it, or 2/3 of it, and then take out the rest,
Yeah.
then you're not taking out a massive loan, but you're taking out, something that's doable rather than,
Well, we do need a new pool, we know that.
Not a new pool, just a liner.
Yeah, but it's going to be almost new, because the liner comes with a new decking,
Doesn't necessarily. Depends on if that's the route we go.
yeah,
There's
Well-
3 different tiers on that estimate.
okay.
One's the
And-
liner, then is the gutter system, and they recommend that because then you can get rid of 90% of the piping and only have so many holes
Yeah,
in the liner
Yeah.
for everything.
okay.
And then there was other things on there that we don't need.
Where was that? Is that still available? That quote that you're talking about there, that deal? I've never have seen that.
yep, there's a lot there.
Oh, gosh, okay, sorry to say your name.
A lot of it's pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, good, good.
You'll be able to understand that.
Real big writing.
I understand pictures.
The front part is the whole estimate, the rest is just pictures and stuff.
The other thing I was gonna say too is I still think that you guys should be trying to look for an alternative as far as that spraying goes. I just think that the amount that you're paying for that is ridiculous. I know there's not anybody else that's technically doing it right now, but if you could find somebody in the area that would have a license and be willing to do something, or was able to do something like that, I think it would save you a ton of money.
I think that's true.
We gotta find someone.
And I met up with a guy one day, I was down by the ballpark, and he was doing, around the schoolhouse, and I said to him, see that field up there, that has got to be, you've got to kill that. We don't want any weeds at all
There's not really any now.
on where the equipment is, but you know who keeps it up?
I've heard this so many times, and I'm kind of sick of it.
Okay,
If it's that big of a deal, the park board should get rid of it and gift it to somebody, and then somebody else can take care of it, so we don't have to listen to it's not getting sprayed. When it is getting sprayed,
okay.
even if it is getting sprayed, well, we can't do anything about it. It's getting sprayed, okay? I'm telling you, it's gotta be like an Indian burial ground or something. The stuff just grows like crazy there, whether you spray it or you don't spray it.
It does.
Has anybody actively looked?
I mean, we already had someone try to steal one of the tractors, so.
Has anybody actively looked into what it would take for somebody on the park board to be able to do the spray?
I haven't, no.
As far as insurance purposes, licensing, or whatever the case may be?
You gotta go, yeah. I haven't went any further with it, but I got names of the gal here at the courthouse to go talk to them. It doesn't sound like it's all that difficult.
I mean, I wonder if we could even just ask that, well, not, never mind. That's not gonna work.
I mean, if it's not something that's overly difficult to do, I mean, it just doesn't make sense to continue to pay what you're paying when it could be getting done, you could be just have an employee or somebody, that would do it.
Well, we have to have an employee and keep an employee also.
But, yeah, I think that's all gonna be a later discussion, talk about
This winter, talk about it.
of, how we wanna go about this employee, if it's gonna be some kind of a full-time position, whether it's a year-round, so if somebody does have to get this applicator's license, that we have, a full-time person here.
Yep.
I mean, it might come into where we gotta spend more money to keep somebody on full-time and somebody dependable and trustworthy and that can, handle this situation, that what it is, and then maybe, still have a couple high school helpers this summer, part-time, whatever it is, but I think that's something we really, really gotta think about. I mean, it is so expanded out in such a big area and there's a lot to do, just
Well,
I don't know.
I'm not trying to cut you off, but let's talk about that in the maintenance position, just so that we can get these.
Yep.
They
I just,
sit here, but I know what you
I
mean.
get it.
School manager update.
No,
No?
Paul's not done yet.
I guess I don't have much of anything else as far as anything goes, unless anybody has any questions on anything.
You wanna look at that? So we gotta approve that.
Okay.
I have a question.
I did look
The,
at
donations coming into the pool, are we still sitting at about where we were when we were
Correct.
charging for entrance to the pool?
Yeah, I think that as far as just like, you mean what people are just giving as far as coming in, I think so. I'd have to look back because it's been several years since we were actually charging.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that it's not, because you're bringing in $150 a day pretty much from the pool.
Okay,
And I can't imagine that people paying for memberships or anything would have been much different than that. But I can look back and get the numbers, because I think it was like 2020.
well, I think 2020 is when you
Might have
guys
been
started
2019,
doing
that
pretty
that
well,
was
right?
the last year that you
Okay,
did actualize
so-
memberships and charged for entrance.
Right.
Yeah. So
I was just curious if I could add, I mean, we've gone to a couple of other pools, I didn't know what the difference was for, people, a free well versus charging, like Hayes and Beulah, I mean, they charge so much a day unless they do the, when I was younger, we used to do the family passes and whatnot.
Yeah.
I didn't know where it balanced out, I guess, as far as.
From the
what
times
does
that I've
better,
looked
what
at it,
doesn't.
it's come out, it's fairly close. And the other thing, I mean, my thing as far as that goes is it's a public service. You're not making money on the pool no matter what you do. So I think for it to be available for kids to go whenever they feel like it is probably more important than, making a few extra dollars off charging memberships.
Right. Yeah, I definitely prefer it to stay this way, but I just also want to make sure that people are donating.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah,
we
I
are
think,
still
like I
making
said,
some
you're still
money.
making money.
Okay.
I mean, you're never gonna make, like I said, a ton of money. but-
Right. Right, okay.
Have we been checking those donation things too, on this?
I haven't, went up to the grocery store for a little while.
Or when the last time deposited?
I was talking with him, I know when you guys went to the grocery store and they asked about if you wanna round up for wounded warriors, I was gonna see if we could talk to them and do something like that,
Okay.
round up for the pool donation, or
Yeah.
Paul even mentioned like maybe out at the golf course or something, since we're affiliated with them, like any purchases you wanna round up for pool donation. I mean, I did it every time for the wounded warriors.
I know, I was like, I feel like it's almost a better way to go, because who pays in cash? Not very many
No.
people, right? So then this way, I mean, and you're looking at it like a few cents every time. Like-
Yeah.
Like you said, I pretty much do it every time too, so I'm like, well, 50 cents is whatever.
Yeah, right.
you know?
And you know what, that's good, that's a good organization.
Oh, yeah,
you
for
know.
sure.
Well, after you're done,
Yeah, I don't have anything else, like I said, unless you guys have any questions about anything specific on the financials.
are you guys fine with the levy request?
Yeah,
Okay, do I have a motion to approve it?
so moved.
Make a motion to, this is just for the levy?
Yep, that's the preliminary budget.
Okay. Yeah, make a motion to approve the budget for the, upcoming levy.
Okay.
I'll second it. Brock?
Yes.
Kit?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, baseball discussion season in review. Brock, over to you.
Nope.
Well, we moved it,
I moved it up.
moved to, down to, switch with Mark Briggs.
Okay.
I guess we're all, for baseball, as season's finished, there's some bright spots, and there's some spots that are kind of questionable. As has been the last couple of years, and I guess, people have had some thoughts and maybe some input, how you want to see the program, kind of direction you want to go. So, whoever wants to hop up here and lend a voice, all right.
Oh, your shirt's cool.
Oh, yeah. I guess, like, I've just been thinking a lot about it, and the softball track and the baseball track look very different. When, like, my girls have both been in softball, that program has come from the ground up. Lynette and Marley have been instrumental in making that good.
Yeah.
There's former girls that went through the summer rec program who play high school ball and are now coaching. It's great. The kids, they love it. They have 3 teams to manage. On the baseball side of things, they have 8 teams to manage. There's 3 T-ball teams, 2 rookies teams. Were there 2 Pee Wee teams or one? One Pee Wee team and 2 Little League teams. That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of kids. And I think it's too much for one person and one guy and 2 kids. I mean, nothing against the young kids, but I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot.
And that's the issue we've been running into is we can't get them, we can just offer everybody the college and gold, and nobody wants to do it. Everybody has extra job, or, I can't road job, they have different jobs that commitments and stuff. It's been
I know, and I don't know what the solution is to make it better, because I don't have to hire anyone to fill those positions, but like, I think 3 teams, like looking at the softball track, they have 12U, 10U, 8U, and that's very manageable for those coaches and Marley, very manageable. I think like a split between Pee Wee and, Pee Wee and Little League, one track, rookies and T-ball, another track, because then you have like one head coach, so to speak, that kind of everything trickles down from 2 branches. So then the program would be essentially
They went with the Pee Wee, I'm sorry.
Little League. Little League are the oldest boys, then Pee Wee, then rookies, then T-ball. T-ball is 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds.
Let's see.
Right?
Going into T-ball is kindergarten, 5. going into first.
5 and 6.
And then rookies kind of pull, like Pee Wee used to be 8 to 10-year-olds, so
Right.
they pull down the 8-year-olds, so the 7 and 8-year-olds went together for rookies.
Which is great. I think that is great, because we have lots
The
of
rookies are 7th and 8th graders?
No, 7
Or
and 8-year-olds.
Oh, year old, yeah.
And then the Pee Wee and Little League kids are the older kids. Little League, they are learning how to pitch.
Yeah.
Pee Wee is still coach pitch, rookies is coach pitch, T-ball, they hit off of the tee. So, if you could somehow make 3 tracks instead of just 2 very lopsided tracks when you look at just boys sports and girls sports, I think that would help. But
Wasn't the problem where there's just too many kids, and that's why they had to have them more teams, and then they were, the playing levels, they were trying to keep them in the same.
Before the rookies league, there were 30 kids in Pee Wee when Virgil was in Pee Wee.
Page's class, Paige and Case's class started in Pee Wee when they were they were the last class, they were the first rookie class. So they started in Pee Wee, and then there was 30 of them, 31?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year they went back
And
to
then
doing the
yep.
rookies. Because it was 7, 8, and 9 year olds, like you said, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th graders.
And I think splitting by grade might be better than age, because with grade, kids going into whatever grade, because there's kids that turn 12 in May, but yet they're still a year younger too.
When I was on here, that's kind of what we did.
Mhm.
It pulled back, because that was super annoying, where it used to be May 23rd was
Right.
the cutoff. And it's like, well, no, if you have a summer birthday and you did everything else your classmates did in school, why should you not be allowed
Right.
to play baseball? I think that's already kind of been, I think we go by grades now.
No, Little League didn't this year.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
it was
just
all
the
the
one
same
grade. Yeah, it did.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
It's just the one.
Little League?
Little League, there's 2 teams.
Little League, there was 2 teams, and a kid 2 years younger was playing up
Yeah.
with kids 2 years older.
Right.
Granted, that's a whole nother ball of wax,
Right.
but
But he was an exception.
It
It wasn't all the kids in that group.
No, but the year before, the first year that Virgil was in Pee Wee, there were parents saying, my kid's not playing T-ball again, I'm putting him in Pee Wee.
Right.
And then there's other kids losing out too. So,
Right.
like, if you wanna make it better, I think 3 tracks versus 2 tracks, because of the sheer number of kids we have. From looking at the number of kids we have in school, our biggest groups are 6th grade and younger. They are not the older groups.
So we're still running that way up.
Yeah, like, we have more kids in elementary than we do in junior high and high school. So we have, and what do kids do when they're little? Everything. So, like, and little kids are a lot of work. So, I think trying to move from two boys and girls tracks to 2 boys tracks and 1 girls track, I think that would help, but I know you have to be able to have the manpower to staff it.
That's our main issue, so we've been talking to everybody else, and we all,
Somebody else wants to talk now.
no, it's fine. When we talked about like years ago, with Lynette, and stuff, maybe having parents coach, and I brought it up quite a few years ago, and they said they want to keep, they had issues getting parents to help stay with the parents, or stay with the teams, whatever it was, and help coach out, because everybody has shift schedules or rotating shifts, things of that nature. So they always it was nixed years ago as far as who can do it. So it was always said to kind of keep it on to hire somebody in, which is nice if you can get people to hire in, because now as you start running the problems that we have, these big groups.
And I kind of typed up some thoughts I had, some things that, so, can I?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, so, because, that was the big thing,
I asked about, I wanted to do it that way.
I know, Brock, so like parents,
I'm
and,
shocked that parents don't.
well, the problem is, okay, it depends on the group of kids, so like, our group, our kids, there's like Jared, there's Derek, and who else, Jeremy helps.
The league Emmett and Lewis are in, all the parents help, whether it be
There's a lot of them.
Casey, not every level has that. If they wouldn't have parents of that specific league, if
Right.
you don't say parents, if you want your kids to play T-ball, if we don't have any volunteers, maybe we still need to, we need to maybe look for the assistance of the summer helpers, the whatever, to help with that. But if we don't have that, you might just have to put the threat out there, like, if we don't have parents to step forward, if you want your kids to play, if you don't have the volunteers, we won't have that program.
Like you do with soccer.
That's what the same thing
Yeah,
with soccer.
if you don't wanna help out and volunteer to help coach,
We don't have the
then
team.
we don't have the team.
We do our on the soccer side, we do our best to be able to supply it as needed, but it's hard, and even if you maybe put those feelers out there, say if you don't have a parent, you don't have a team, so I would think somebody would step
If
up.
you at least say that, it might make parents realize that we do need the help from the parents. I talked to the Beulah League, the director over there, you've talked to him, he requires people to step up. If they don't step up, they don't have that level of kids being coached.
No.
And the people that I've talked to, just some of us are here, there's parents that would gladly volunteer. And I know people will always say, it doesn't work in the evening. You're gonna find people that have conflict no matter what time of the day you do it. But if you have parents that just on the average work a day shift job, and say somebody's working shift work, a person, like, you can coordinate with each other's parents and say, hey, I can't make it, can you? Just to make sure there's 2 or 3. Just ideas, I guess.
And then even if you could hire one person that might be the in-charge person to like orchestrate, because I don't see coming forward like a whole lot of like high school age that have played a lot of ball, like back when like Charlie and Noah like they played ball all through high school. And for them to help, like I don't foresee a whole lot of those kids coming through
No, I've asked
to
him
continue.
the
So
previous years.
that's the thing, like the Little League, but like that group coming up, like they're gonna be 4th graders, I think. Coming down, there's a lot of parents that were athletes that actually played, that actually did it, where like our groups, there aren't as many. So
could talk to Charlie, I don't know if he's.
He's doing Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
Oh,
Him and Noah are doing Babe Ruth this year, so, but, some things that I kind of noticed this year, and maybe like, just wasn't a realization that some of these things we should be doing. I thought, well, maybe if we had a short checklist
Yeah.
to give them and be like, okay, these are expectations you have to hit, because like one night, the drag was literally between third base and the dugout, like laid out flat. So if anybody would have like chased a ball over there and hit it,
Yeah.
so McCade helped me move it, we like folded it up and put it back where it normally gets put, and it's, you know, not knowing. And then like the, what do you call it, the rake was left out all year, the thing that you do, the batter's box was left out all year. Those things, like, it's never been, and it's the thing where it's kind of been continuity passed down, there's always been somebody passed down. These things have to be put away, like the one game the Gator was left just past the third base, like by the fence, which that, Gator's always gone in the shed, and the door shuts and always going in the shed during games. So, I mean, I wrote some of those things down, so maybe, you know, like, looking at that. One thing, and I don't know if this was the case across all the things, like Little League, those boys, once you were put in a spot, they were stuck. They weren't rearranged, they never got to play other positions, unless you were a pitcher, catcher, and we needed to rotate people up. But like, I think I only saw Knox start one game, and otherwise, one kid started all the rest of the games, the whole season, at least for our league. So then, if he was struggling, the other ones would kind of get put in, but it was just.
So the reason why we separate the teams was to get rid of, people sitting on the bench forever.
Well, and they weren't sitting on the bench. It was like Ethan Moser was new this year. He got put in right field. He never got to play any other base. He never got to do anything else but right field.
She doesn't mean Knox didn't get to start as in play
Right.
right away.
Like-
She means start pitching, you're talking, right?
Like pitching.
Like it was the same kid who started pitching for every game,
single game.
as opposed to like, this kid starts one game, Knox starts the next game. Like,
Yeah.
So
and
you
then
did-
like Knox played catcher and pitcher, that's all. He used to play third base, second base, like.
So there was no like there was no.
There's
no
two
change
change
positions.
positions.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is Parks and Rec where you
That's all
should
we
be.
The reason
Where you
for
should
it.
be learning
Yeah.
everything, where you can
Yeah,
find your
right.
best
And so
fit.
literally Dax was at first base. Matthew maybe did second. Outfield, he kind of got, since he pitched a little bit, he'd fill in to pitch a little bit. And then same thing, Corbin would play outfield or second because he helped pitch. And then like Ethan Hinton was always center field, Cooper Hoff was always left field. So the only people that kind of got rearranged around were a little bit of the ones that pitched.
And I think it was like, that was all the teams, because like Kayla and I talked about that too, like with Pee Wee, they had the fourth, like the older group always in the outfield, and the younger group always in the infield. So
Who
like
picks the
Noah,
teams? The
Noah
coaches?
never got to play first base, second
I
base.
kinda had it separated due to
Oh,
age.
no, it's not, it's based off like, Tim just didn't change anything. He left absolutely everything the same every game. And like, you look at softball, Kaya spends hours coming up with lineups, so things are kind of rotated, so the girls rotate through positions. So that was, like, I put that under games, allow players to play different
I
positions.
give everybody on the park board, or whoever was in charge, Brock and whoever else helped, to divide the teams.
Yeah.
Because we've gone into, you know, okay, Turtle Lake has a tournament, or so-and-so has a tournament, we only take X amount of kids, because you can't play 21 kids on a Pee Wee team or a Little League team.
No. 'cause
So
then
having
they-
to divide, and they were accommodating, like they wanted 8 teams, we were able to take 2 teams. It was fantastic, because all kids got to work well that way, so that is a good improvement from what it has been in the years past, where, you know, kudos to you guys did a great job, you guys should be, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
awards for that, because it does make a difference, because once you get to that Little League level, there's more rules than people understand.
Yeah.
Then, you know, people might say in the I helped take over last year to do it, it's not easy.
No.
It's not a free sub like basketball, the guard can go in front of the forward. Baseball, it's not a free sub for, you know, there's rules for Little League.
And there are
There's more
coaching
to it
teams
than
that pay
people think.
attention to that, at that age already.
One thing you gotta think too, though, is it's a thankless job.
It is.
Who's gonna want it? We had a good coach last year, and he got, somebody was riding him like a Shetland pony, and he quit.
You know, that really needs to be explained at the very first game. You know, these dads that sit in the bleachers and never touch the kids, I have seen it go so far that they have taught their player to do things wrong, so they don't win the game because he's not the pitcher. You know, it just, oh. I had boys. I only had boys. I did baseball for a long time, and my story is, my husband was always president of the league, and I'm talking about we had probably 200 kids at least, and I had carried a nice flock down on my lap every night so that we could have a concession stand, you know, but parents are terrible. I was sitting in the stands one night and my son was pitching, and the lady sitting in the stand said, "That kid's terrible. Whose parent is he anyway?" And before I could let anybody else say it, I said, "He's mine." And she was so there. But you know what? Kids have their days, you know, and it was bad, but, you know.
Well, it kind of pushes back to what we said now. We can change all these things on if we don't have coaching. If you want to go the parent way and have the parents direct it, that'd be awesome. I'm behind that 110%.
But I've had a lot of talks with a lot of parents. I have a hard time believing parents aren't gonna step up. And when I got told it's been shot down 3-2 every time it's been voted on at the board, I have a hard time believing that because there's lots of parents that say, let me know, I'd help step up, whatever.
Well, I've been here for 2 years now, and that's never been voted on since I've been here.
That's what I want to know. But,
Well, and I'm almost wondering, like, if we had some sort of meeting,
We
like,
just never
some sort of,
voted on it, did we ever vote on it?
maybe a
We
long
did.
time ago.
We did.
I'm sure that's really good.
Because I know, like, that was the thing,
I was
you've asked, and that's, yeah.
Well, we've got to
The only
get back to
issues
that.
we've had though in the past, which makes sense because what they were talking about was we're limited space with one true field, and the work's to get that one repaired, as it is, but we're limited space, limited time, and so when we start scheduling games, it's going to create some conflicts. So if you work around it, it's going to be a big deal, but as long as everybody's working hand in hand.
But I think that there's options too, like if you can find one person to kind of be that main person
Yeah.
and do some of that. If you can do that, then parents who want to help, a lot of them maybe don't want to commit to every single game, every single practice, but then maybe you have a sign up, like, or the main coach, whoever it is, says, okay, Dallas and Jeremy are doing this night, who wants to do this night? Like,
Because we almost need to have, like,
because there's so
not,
many shift workers.
not
too.
waiting
Well,
for the
They're
spring,
not
but
always
this
available.
fall or something, have a meeting to see which parents would be on board, because if we wait too long.
I think it needs to be talked about, and I think that's why we're all here, not to find a solution like today, but just like express the concerns of like how we can better the program for our whole town. I have a suggestion, and it's just a suggestion. I still think we need a director type position person helping with lining up schedules for games, such as that. And I think per league, per level, Little League, Pee Wee, rookies, all the way down, have parents see what we got for, maybe let's have a coach, assistant coach for Little League, and any parents that can come in to help when so-and-so can't be there. It's just an idea that I have per level. We played the Pee Wee rookie tournament this last weekend. there were
It was like,
dads from every
mhm.
group of kids that was there,
Just
or
like
moms.
Jesus team, there was 4 dads helping.
All of us were there.
Yeah.
But that was one game.
Yeah.
That was one
Yeah.
It
tournament,
was a
but,
tournament, right.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's that group of dads that they have more,
and other towns I know, you know, hey, most of us do work during the day or shift work, vice versa. Why can't we try, say it works for Little League dads or moms to help coach, let's do a 6:30 in the evening game, or practice. If softball has a game, games will be there, we can play up we can practice at the other field, we have 2
well,
fields.
and that would be the thing, like, I think however you guys did scheduling this year, it worked really well.
Yes, cause
Like
like
schedule-
baseball and softball.
Yeah, it seemed
were
like it
the
was
same.
pretty balanced, and so that would be the thing, it's just every night, Monday through Thursday, you have something, it'd either be a game or practice, and then whoever is practicing has to use the field.
Last year, helping out, you know, coming in, helping out, I talked to different dads, and they're like, I can't do it until 6:30 that night. I said, okay, we're gonna change practice to 6:30. We did more fundamentals in a few nights of practice before tournament time. We went through base running through first base, listening to your coaches, sliding, stuff that these kids don't work
Never
on.
practice.
And just, they're learning more fundamentals from parents that have experience within the game.
Because there's more involved with the parents to teach and separate the kids.
And I am not.
Take a group here, take a group there.
I am not against high schoolers for helping out. I know your kid, he's been great, he's been good with the kids. The other one that was there this summer, I hear it from my kids, he's on his motorcycle during practice, runs to the store, kids say, what did you do on your motorcycle? Oh, I had to go get a drink. Bring your water jug, it's your job, or whatever drink you want, why are we allowing this? There needs to be more guidance, I guess.
See, I didn't realize until you told me that the other day, but even with his time card too, was it reflecting a full time, or was he?
I think I'm pretty sure he's put in the same time as all the other
Well,
coaches. I've got,
that's
you've got it, so you can take a look at it.
that's where we need more
Well,
expectations,
there's
I guess.
that, yeah, and that's the thing, if was Tim signing off on their time?
He was, and that's the whole thing about when I first started off was we got hired him, and so we kind of do like what Marley's doing, directing, and it didn't work out, so I ended up doing all the scheduling, all that kind of stuff, and maybe in the future we'll kind of start taking things over. And it turned out from not being able to get enough coaches, from actually push those responsibilities off, and to him pretty much coaching, I guess, to his ability, with his 2 helps, but so it kind of turned into a.
He should be held accountable, which if you have the overseer, which was Tim, if you go ask him how many times he was late, sometimes he didn't show up for the the Little League practice, he'd show up 5 minutes before they were done, and then came for the Pee Wee, and then at games, he wouldn't be at games, and he wouldn't,
He told Tim that he would, there's at least 2 games, so I know.
Are we talking about Tim, or are we talking about one of the coaches?
One of the high schoolers, Tucker was
Tucker.
his name, but.
Yeah, so, and he's young,
He was
he's
there for
8th
most-
grade,
Well, I know
going into 9th
my
grade.
boy went all the way to Garrison and got a text and said, no, you're not, you have to go back for practice. That pissed me off because my kid took his time and his card, and we did charge for that too.
Yeah, the
Um,
communication was,
So,
I told him,
Tucker
to stay
was
aside one day,
supposed to
he was like,
and then, I know Neil Adams went to the one game, and then my John went to the one, and then I think Tucker finally got it.
He got yelled at by somebody's grandma too, because one kid asked him what time it was, and he grabbed his phone.
Well, and that's the part
And
where.
looked and said, this is what time it was.
Because well, you should be relying on that damn phone, you're supposed to get
He's coach.
And for one person to do, oversee it all is a lot. For one person, if you would have more parents to step up and volunteer. I know everyone's worried maybe about the pay deal. A lot of us dads don't care, we're going to the game anyway, we could care less about the pay. We're there to
Guys around that, like that day in and day out during the summertime, that is in park, in charge of all of this stuff,
I don't know, so you just start over, I can hear you.
I remember when she worked for the park board, that was her job to make sure all the coaches were there, all the bonds were getting mowed. She drove around, checked everything and stuff like that. Isn't there somebody that does that anymore?
Not really.
No, like, I oversaw softball last year,
That's
And-
like you oversaw.
yeah, like,
Yeah, she's not,
I was
there's
at
no
the
overseer
field.
over the whole summer stuff.
But that was where like Will used to be like director, so he was there, he took care of their time cards, I mean, were they done correctly? You know, and that's the thing, it kind of has trickled down, but we've gotten to the point where there isn't that adult.
Well, that's the problem when you leave the inmates to the asylum.
Well, we've got a whole winter to adjust that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's, you know, though it's so important.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah,
So, not comparing apples to oranges, but like at our Hazen Winter Sports Program in hockey, what they do, and I don't know if this would work for baseball, but they have a communication leader. We call them the hockey moms, because it's always moms that want to be in charge of communication. And then the dads volunteer to do all the coaching. And it's the communication leader that's in charge of making sure practices are on time and like the games are still happening and like they're the contact for each league. And then the dads just show up and take care of their stuff. If the dad can't show up or make it, they figure that crap out. Like that's all on them. Like
I think that's the difference between, and you have boys, you don't have girls, but like, that's a non-issue in softball. Like, all of us have girls, it's a non-issue in softball. Softball is a very well-oiled,
Yeah.
smooth running machine.
Marley's like,
Like,
very organized.
like,
Part of the difference is there's a lot more boys in the
Yeah.
leagues than there is the
yeah,
girls.
because
period.
there's eight different teams that the boys are in charge of compared to 3 when it's broken down by age level. So making that smaller so that communication piece is better.
Yes.
However, that's gonna look financially or logistically or whatever, but that's the difference because that's how softball runs. Softball runnings, and you know from when Delilah plays too, like it's apples and oranges, it's very different. But they're under the same person, that's umbrella.
Also,
But they also
twice as
have
many
Twice
boys.
as many kids.
So, you're talking about like these boys, 8 teams in this boys, you guys are talking about putting that down to fewer teams, that's what you're saying?
No, teams together, seem like teams.
Just trying to get more help.
yeah, so
Group
instead of,
So maybe one group is in charge of Little League and Pee Wee, I do not I can wrangle kids, I know nothing about baseball, that's my son, he'll tell you, but I can do T-ball,
Yeah.
like, that's really easy.
Yep.
And T-ball and rookies, that's like super easy stuff, because that's like
fundamentals. Like
fundamentals, run the bases, stop playing in the dirt, don't pick the grass right now, to where Pee Wee and Little League, they're like learning how to play baseball and like compete. So,
Then again, you run into the who wants the job.
right,
But like those high school kids, like in the hockey program, there's still a couple staff that go to these practices and they are helping and running all the drills and making things run smoothly, but the volunteer coaches are there to do the dirty work, the planning, the rosters, the who's gonna play the games, do all the stuff, and the help are doing the drills and doing all the things. So there's still high school kids that would be needed to do all the things.
And I think that's a failure on our part too, is that there's no training, right?
right.
You know, we're throwing these high school kids out just thinking that they know what's going on,
right.
The guidance is.
or the guidance that should be there to do it is not there too.
And maybe that.
And maybe, you know, his first year here, give him the benefit of the doubt, but getting his feet wet, do you wanna say that? I don't know. With the experience that he was supposed to have, you would've thought that maybe
Like,
it would've went a little bit better than the way it sounded it did.
Who's got experience? Tucker, he.
No, Tim.
Oh,
Tim.
oh,
Tim.
yeah, I think he knows baseball.
He's-
And that was the thing, like, he might
And
know
maybe that was
baseball,
on,
but
you
he
know, on
didn't
our
have
fault too,
experience.
that we didn't express to him what we expect from a leader.
The players call him Bucket Tim, because he
Yeah.
sat on the bucket and that's all he did.
I've heard that also, yes.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the thing,
Right.
maybe back 15 years ago, but I think his body is just, he is limited with what he can do. He's like Kip Erickson, his body is shot.
He did, I didn't realize until later, he does have mental issues, that's why he was, he said down on it.
I'm not putting Tim down.
Well, and I feel like he's probably like, his body, his knees, I think he's probably just shot from, he probably played baseball, coached baseball. I'm sure his body is
But is
just.
he still teaching the stuff while he's sitting there?
No. Like, Pee Wee, Jordan Turnus.
yeah,
Jordan Turnus, like the times I popped up there to drop off pictures, this or that, thank God for Jordan. Because Tim was sitting while Jordan was running practice.
So, just make a suggestion too. When you're talking about training, I have heard from a lot of parents too that they're willing to help like games and do that type of thing, but they don't know all the rules, and like myself included. So I don't know if that could be like something if we're asking for parent help too, like who
Well,
wants
asking
to
for
learn to like we'll do a quick training or even like a coaching, like here's some ideas of drills or.
Asking for parents' help is one thing, actually getting it is totally different.
Yeah.
Everybody always is gonna volunteer, and before you know it, everybody's still sitting with their hands out, so.
Right.
I've seen parents though, Brock, come forward, Dallas, Sam, when Tim was coaching the bigger team, Tim just took the older team on, literally, he never swapped around, he always took the older team. When we're playing two teams at once, yes, Dallas and Sam have stepped up every game that I've been to for them guys. And when they're being the main coach, when the older team is done, Tim would just leave. He wouldn't even go support the other team that was there playing the games while they were still playing. Dads have stepped up, or moms have stepped up, both ways, that I think if we have more of an organized per level, per league, it would get everybody to join in to do it.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is splitting it up, because like I know, like
It's a lot
Tammy
for
was willing to help with Little League this year, and he helped with the tournament, but he wasn't willing to help with everybody. Well, you're probably not gonna find a parent who's willing to help with everybody.
It's a lot.
Because it's a lot, but if you can find parents who will help with Little League, you're doing Little League, Jared and Jeremy are doing Little League, they're gonna decide when practices are. It's evening, that works for you,
If I need a
great, that's when
replacement, I'll
practices
contact
are.
the parents of the
Yeah,
state
and then
parent
if
level.
you can't be there, then you have a list of other parents who are willing to come and help out. I mean, I think there's different ways we can do it to get more parents involved. I think that we just have to figure out an organized way to do that to start with, because parents aren't gonna just step forward and be like, hey, let me come help you. But if you're like, here's how we're gonna do it this year, we need help, and I think that parents saw this year how badly it went. I think more are willing to help now, and just seeing the dads who stepped in and helped and how much better the kids did because of that, I think that more parents will, I really do think more parents will step up.
So if you want to make a sub-rubric, sure can, and,
We can kind of try to split it up, so.
I have kids in every level, I'm there for every
Right?
game. so.
Yeah, so am I.
I
What
know,
are
he
all
doesn't
the
even
teams
pick up
again?
his
There's
phone and here.
T-ball,
Rookies,
okay.
Pee-wee, Little League. And I know the couple times, like,
You do that
I
again, you guys
was-
were like perfectly in sync.
So there's only four teams.
yeah.
But there's,
But
T-ball has
three
three
T-ball
teams, because
There's
there's so
two
many
rookies,
kids.
and last year it was 4. T-ball.
So, yeah.
Every year has to change,
Yeah,
like with
yeah.
numbers, like just the fluctuation.
And I know, like,
that's-
at
T-ball
T-ball,
has
I
how
would
many
volunteer
teams?
every
Right,
time.
right,
Three
this
teams?
year they had 3, rookies had 2, so
There was
that's
about-
5.
Okay, hang on, slow down.
So there's about 10 kids.
We draw pictures.
Just hang on one second.
Yeah.
Okay. T-ball has 3 teams, Pee-wee or rookies has
2.
Pee-wees,
One big team.
Had 1.
Yeah, they have 16 kids.
A lot of
16
times,
kids on one team,
yeah,
okay?
and then Little League had 2.
Because
And I
there's
think there was
22 boys.
22 boys, so there was 2 teams of 11.
So there's
Of which one?
T-ball,
Little
Little League.
Okay, 2 teams of 11?
Yep.
But every year that's gonna change,
Yeah,
though, right?
it'll
Like, 'cause numbers are gonna change.
the income.
But it
There's
shouldn't
been years
really
where there's
fluctuate from this year to next year, it should damn near be the same, huh? What do you gotta
There's
do?
not even 10 boys in
Yeah,
5th grade.
the fifth grade coming in, there might be.
There's almost
Oh,
30
okay.
kids in the
But
class,
there's probably 10, 11, so you'll have a big, it'll be like Pee-wee was this year, there'll probably be about 15 kids.
And then the rookies, that 2 teams, was that 11 on
10 on
10
each
each,
one.
one of them?
And then
I do agree with you, Brock, so it's
T-ball,
hard for
they had about 10
the
on,
people that say they're gonna help.
so there's about 30
So it's the
people.
people at that level, that's where, put it out there.
Yeah,
We need parents of this group to step forward.
And it's nice, having like enough kids, because then it's
Drop
like,
that
for
harder.
softball this year, it was, who can be there for the 12U tournament, okay? We don't have enough 12U, 10U, how many kids can be there? Like Marley led all of that.
That did not happen with the Little League tournament. It was like the week of, and it was, let me know if you're gonna be there. And then we were scrambling, and we had parents willing to bring some of the kids, so there was 10 on each Little League team. So again, it's run very differently.
Part of it.
And I know on the bottom end of it, of the levels of the tier of baseball,
Yeah.
T-ball is like,
And-
oh, that's just T-ball. It's not just T-ball. That game to them little kids means everything.
Yeah.
They missed out on, they have very short practices. The weather had a factor in cancellation of games. Parents would have gladly stepped in and made up a couple games for those kids that come and run like cheetahs or zebras or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
they have energy, you know, coaching them to run the bases. I'm like, okay, run as fast as you can. You have to meet their energy, like, you know, to make it fun for them. And not just like, oh, why am I here? Just, one dad yells, go home! He exited the gate from third base. He didn't go home plate. He was going out the gate to go home. Go home! No, that's not what your dad meant. He meant go from third to home. But
So before their first game, like, I was at every single practice because I have one in every league. And like, they did not run the bases yet. They didn't hit from the base. They didn't know how to run. So those kids, and Hayden Tucker don't know who these preschoolers, they don't know who these kids are. Tim didn't know who they were. So like, they're like, you need to come here. Well, after they hit, they didn't know where to run. They didn't know who was lefties, who was righties.
And literally all we did last year is like, Harvey took one group of kids in the outfield and they practiced throwing, they throw back and forth. The other stations, like, I suppose McCade had them, they were hitting off tees, and then the other station, we were running bases and fielding.
And there were 6 of us coaches just for T-ball. Because
Yeah,
I was there, you were there, McCade, Isaiah, Harvey. And then one of the softball girls would always show up.
and I know it's been a concern or whatever, like, okay, we got X amount of dollars to pay these people to coach. If we have parents step in, and the parents that don't step in, whatever, what's to say that we can't just, if we have the same parents coaching per level, slap them a $50 bill, say, hey, thanks for helping coach, here's your
That's
gas
right.
money to go to the game. Like,
Yeah.
instead of worrying about so much money paid to these
Yeah.
coaches, like, have a main director and tear it down from there. And, what's, you know, nothing for a $50 bill for just an idea. Just
I think this is all good, I mean, it's all good information, but what it's gonna boil down to is, you know, like we said earlier, is like hiring a full-time position for the groundskeeper, and probably something like this too, where it does all the scheduling and does all that, and gets the coaches, you know, I mean, I know you do tremendous.
No, that's what boils down to. Beulah, they have, say that new guy, Jim, that's his job as a director. I mean, they had a part board and they had a portfolio for that section, and he is their main person that he's paid yearly, or all year round, to get programs going, seen through, hire the right people, or, you know, what it may be, so. We have a personal,
Athletic director.
we have a personal issue here, so it's.
Yeah, and I mean, it used to be Will, when he was here, he did those things. Will was director, he coached, he took care of making sure the field was ready, he took care of making sure there was umps, he took care of making sure the kids, hopefully, I'm assuming he signed their time cards type thing. So it's just finding that right person that will be there, so.
I've gone to a game before, you know, and just, my kid, hey, Dad, you gonna coach base? We need a coach. Okay, Tim sitting on the chair, that's fine, I'll go coach a base, no problem. I mean, most of us will do that, just step up and not expect to get paid. I think we're all here and we're not gonna find a solution or an answer to everything, but I think it's just, we're all here to let you guys know, like, we want this program to excel.
Yep,
We
yep.
want the kids to learn the fundamentals. We want the, you know, high school kids to be guided and directed where to go if they don't know what to do. Like, to have overseers of the levels just to
Well,
be competitive.
I think this talk is perfect. I've never heard it.
I think it needed to happen now. I know at the end of the season, doesn't do no good right in the middle, because you're not gonna change it right then.
Yeah.
But coming forward, I know it's a year away, but things need to progress to make things better.
So, I guess, you know, I love kids. And, I just think that, how do you feel we could change this? Should you guys be meeting? Should we be meeting? What should happen?
I think it's gotta be all of us.
All of them.
I'll say we gotta get maybe a small community going or a small group going.
Takes a village.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to get things going in the first part of it and see how it goes from there and so we add on to it.
When always something like this, even being on the city commission,
I tried volunteering.
it always takes something like this that happens where the parents finally see this. It's no different than if it's a citizen, they finally see what's going on and they start coming to this. This right here.
Yeah.
You can't sit at home and bitch about it. You come here, you show up, express it, and then we can go on from there, right?
But I don't
And this
think
is what
that
we
they're a
need.
bitching
More-
group, but they
No,
want
I'm not, I'm just saying in general, I'm not saying, but you know how this goes, you know, some parents are gonna sit there, like, you guys showed up, you wanna address it, you wanna take care of the situation. Now, some parents are gonna sit out there and bitch all goddamn time, and ain't never gonna come to a meeting, or ain't never gonna say nothing, right?
Well,
You know, so this, I appreciate you guys coming, because this is what it takes, whether it's the city commission, or this, the park board meeting, whatever it is.
I think more parent involvement across the whole league, of all the leagues, is gonna make a difference, because when we practiced for that Beulah tournament, we practiced 2 extra times, because we mixed the league. Dads went and ran the field, dads threw from center field to first base, and got their kid out after they hit the ball. I mean, the kids are just batting.
Sure.
I know.
Kids had a blast.
Right.
And it was a 100-degree day, like, it was a blast.
And I can see that, like, where, like, a lot of you, the dads, where you probably don't feel it's your place to, you know, like, you're stepping on toes or something like that, to go out and ask that to help.
And I know George
But,
felt that way, like, he
you know,
was very
that's-
hesitant.
Right, you know, I think it was last year, I got, you know, after whatever, we went to Turtle Lake, and Mackenzie goes, Dad, I need a ride. Why? Well, Harvey just quit. Oh, okay. So I expected to go over and help, and, you know, luckily Brock was there. I had no idea what to do. Brock and Aaron Rosenau, Aaron Solomon showed up, and, you know, the guys took over, you know what the hell to do, and, I mean, but yeah, you're right. The more that, I felt like I was stepping on toes too. I didn't wanna do nothing, but, you know, you probably don't. You've been around it enough where you've seen enough and you're discouraged with it. You're gonna step in no matter what, right? But, you know, maybe there is some of that feeling to some of the parents, and that's, could be, I mean, it's okay, but, I mean, don't ever feel scared to ask the coach or say, hey, you know, maybe, you know, what can I do, or can I help, and then if he denies it, then we got,
And I think there's a few of us that asked to help this year, and we basically got told, no.
I don't know, I
Who'd you
volunteered
ask?
Gallatin,
Who'd you ask?
I volunteered Gallatin Sam during the Little League tournament.
Well,
because-
don't be afraid to say it.
Yeah.
He's our paid employee, so
Yeah,
he's not
I
doing
often
his
help
job, we
people
have
at
to
basically every day.
express to him like, hey, if parents wanna help,
And
let them help,
I
or
somebody to go
he has Sam, or she has.
To help with people,
Well,
like,
and-
if you need the help, let me know, I'm here, and he looked at me, and McDade Tucker looked at me, because I helped last year, and, like, he just said, I think we got it, and I'm like, okay.
Well, and some of it, it's just like, the problem is Tim's kind of an outsider.
Yeah.
He hasn't had a kid in it to see how we do things, how things roll. That, I think that was part of it. He just
Didn't know,
didn't.
didn't know what he didn't know.
Yeah, he did, yeah. So that was part of it, and he didn't ask.
And I think us, for like, who live out of town, like, I'm not gonna drive home for a 30-minute practice, I just sit there. And if I'm gonna sit there, I'm not good at sitting, so.
Part of the guidance deal for the director, you know, overseeing baseball, I can speak firsthand. There's no kid at Little League level that should be pitching 5 innings at one time. That's too much, and he was out half the summer because he had a growth plate fracture, throwing too much.
Yep,
He shouldn't have been throwing. I mean, that comes back to culture.
I hit my youngest was
I heard
had
about
trouble.
it was in this thing.
And that kid, I couldn't slow him down. He wanted to keep going, so he bought a left-handed glove and started throwing left.
Well, they didn't even know there was a pitch count. At that last tournament, the kid could only pitch 6 innings out of that whole tournament.
Yep.
And if Tracy wouldn't ask, nobody would
Like,
know
did
the
you guys
difference.
know that
Yeah.
stuff?
Yep, that's
Well,
in the rule.
And it feels.
That's
you know,
just a
we didn't-
rule.
Nobody gave us the
Nobody
rules,
gave
so
us the
How
rules.
did you guys get the rules?
I got a,
I was like, I'm sure like.
Oh, you guys were there?
When I like that,
when I got there, they had a
Oh, they had a meeting, they had a little meeting.
coaches meeting or whatever.
Oh.
Same with the Beulah tournament, they had that right when I got there.
I don't feel like during the season, like, when you guys meet to do like the scheduling and all that, that doesn't come up as a regular, like, oh, this is what we should be doing during the season, during, like, regular season. I don't think we've ever really ran a pitch.
Joe, do you ever run pitch counts for softball?
No, not that, but I'll.
To me, that's something we never brought up either. We had some small minor adjustments, like, about stealing a base after, is it technically was behind the catcher or is it beside the catcher kind of thing. We never really talked about pitch counts.
Yeah, and that's the thing,
Yeah.
during the regular season, I mean, back in when, like Charlie and Owen and Noah that year, I know they were keeping track, like they had a little tablet, they were keeping track of pitch
And those
counts.
boys all play high school baseball, so they.
Right,
they
so,
know.
I mean, and that's the thing where, like, the baseball that like Hazen plays versus what we play, more of a Cal Ripken, where we've never done that, so it's like, do we start integrating, like.
All the other
kind of
towns right now are
Trying to push that.
changing to that. Garrison, I think Turtle Lake, they pitched off a mound for Little League this year. That's maybe something we maybe should look into
Yep.
as a board. If every league is gonna be pitching, they could bring in an artificial mound pitch off for the baseball kids.
Well,
We might have to match every other town.
Started that, yeah.
You know,
Jesus.
there is, everybody has some very good things to say. Not one person has said bad things, not, but I think that a couple of, you think we could fix it in a couple hours of meetings to change how we do things?
From now till next May, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, it's the perfect time.
Yeah. Well, it just needed to be addressed, and that's
Yeah.
why we're all here.
But it's
Well, it
gotta
sounds like
be,
to me next April is gonna be one hell of a meeting.
yeah.
I mean, to me before that.
Yeah.
I know, but
I plan on, if you don't want to go that route, as far as having coaches, our parents, coaches and stuff, we'll start making meetings well before the season, kind of try to get things better lined out. Because even just trying to, if we didn't, if we stayed the way we've been doing this year and past years, it's been heck trying to find a coach. We started in January, and, the first thought was, hey, we're getting somebody from outside of Washburn and kind of give them maybe a different set of eyes. And, it didn't work out the way we wanted to. It leaves some kids, left behind a little bit, growing up. So maybe we can look forward this year to having more parent involvement. Again, it's one of those things, if, parents say we can do it, do they show up, they do it. I'm not saying you won't, I'm saying what we got run into in the past, at least for soccer and baseball and stuff like that, so.
And I
But,
think if you would like have individual meetings for like, hey, if you have an incoming Pee-wee,
yeah,
there's a meeting this night, you need to be here if you have any kids interested.
Yeah,
like, do
and
it
just
based
have to
down,
be there.
And then talk about like, hey, this is what we're planning on doing, we need parents to sign up
It
for
would
this
help
to
so
happen.
the meeting doesn't get so long.
Yeah.
Because you're concentrating.
as we conclude the summer and start getting through, football season, I'll start putting a kind of group together,
Yeah.
and I'll get everybody here that's been here
And
today.
maybe it's like parents of Little Leaguers, there's a mandatory meeting. Anybody who has a kid in Little League needs to come to this meeting so that we can talk about how our season's gonna work. We can talk about the rules of
Correct.
Little League, we can, and then hopefully at least one parent shows up and then you can talk about, okay, we need parent involvement, we need help with coaching, we need help with, scheduling, whatever.
And say, I'm passing the book around.
Yeah,
You know.
sign up.
Yeah.
When do you go, okay, how do you do this? You get together with all the other park boards and you guys sit down?
Yeah, generally around, the first and mid part of April, we get with all the surrounding cities, and we'll meet. Last couple of years we've met in, Underwood, and we'll kind of go through, we'll pull a calendar out, suppose this day we're heading over here, this day we're heading here, and make sure we don't, pollute it too much, because softball has some time frame too.
I'm wondering for possible suggestion for talking to the different towns. Let's do some more triangulars or, so it's not 2 or 3, 3 nights a week of just everything, like Turtle Lake's got a ball diamond, Garrison's got 2 or 3 fields, 2 next to each other. Beulah, they're interested to go outside and do more, like maybe doing some more like like round robin tournament style, like get 2 games in
Well, that's something
at a night versus,
we can definitely start,
you know, instead of doing it more nights of the week, you know? It's
parent
an option to talk
yeah,
to,
absolutely, so we start having meetings, we start bringing that up to see if,
more tournament style, or just a triangular, like 3 towns get together and.
because as of right now, the way it should have been, both Little League teams should have had, I think it was 12, 13 games, that wasn't including most tournaments. And, you know, and that's within about a month and a half worth of play, that seems like a fair amount, but you don't want to add more as a parent, that's, you know, that's.
I'm pretty sure that they only played like 6 or 7 games.
Yeah.
With the weather, right, with the weather?
Weather and then the.
And like,
Like A&A.
like Underwood, they played Underwood, only 1 team played.
And that was one of the things too about it, because we're in a good problem to have, we're kind of
We have
getting more
more
and more
kids than
kids.
everybody.
Now the other kids, the other team, we're gonna have 2 teams this year, and they call me back, and before the season starts, we only have 1 team. McCluskey, we were supposed to have a game over there, got canceled because,
And that was just Pee-wee,
and that was just Pee-wee, and so this is one of their bigger classes, and they all canceled because they all had,
I think
whatever.
Garrison are the biggest,
That-
like
that-
with elementary wise, I think Garrison are the biggest, Underwood is Wilson is holding pretty steady, but everybody around us is shrinking.
I'm game for us scrimmaging more.
right?
Practice like do scrimmages against our own teams,
Right.
we got enough to do that.
Yep, I
To
agree
get
with you.
kids playing, I
Yes,
think we need to
exactly.
do more in-house.
Yep,
but there is a path moving forward, and that's what we can see, you know, as a parent, you know, you're looking from the outside, you know, we can really adjust this, and, you know, it's, you know, we'll look for a better direction, because it obviously is concerning for everybody, including myself, but.
okay, back to the meeting that you have in April with all the other boards. When do you officially have like a schedule that you have set for like your games?
After I bounced it off with, say Marley, it was supposed to be, I was kind of start handing the reins over to Tim. He's going to start taking this forward. So I'll take you to like other cities and coaches and everybody. And it didn't work out that way. So anyways, I balanced it what we had on a calendar with Marley. And I said, well, this works great for us. Can you adjust the date? Once we kind of compare and we'll see where we're sitting at, we kind of send that finalized season out, a schedule out, you know.
But she just does
It
girls.
was like the beginning of May, right?
Yeah, but
Okay, see, what I'm wondering and what I'm getting at here is like, how soon can we have the schedule for like next year, you know?
No, but I sent you an email.
Late into the spring, because we
Yeah.
get a deal for the school.
I had talked to them.
I know, but I'm just saying.
No, I get what you're saying. I talked to them, I emailed everybody, I called everybody in February, so we give us more than enough time. We're still working on who's gonna be the head coach, who's gonna be doing this. So when they finally got back to me, it was near the middle of April. I was wanting to get this done earlier so we can have a better idea what's gonna be what we're looking forward to.
So they weren't gonna set a schedule because they didn't have a head coach?
Correct. Yeah, Underwood, they didn't, you know, a couple years past, they didn't want to play us because they had some conflicts with us. So now they kind of come back in the mix, but trying to get everybody to get together on the same thing was tough.
Okay, well, that's the problem there. I think is if there's any way that we could get with the rest of these guys and get earlier, now we can go in and have our meetings. Now we can go and say, T-ball parents, be here at 5:30. And now we have a schedule for all you parents to know, this is the day that we're doing, this is all the games are at. You know, so you guys could put it on your calendar, where every league like that, every team like that.
I think we could even form that, like, way before we even know the schedule, just to get organization for the group.
Right, yeah, but I mean, you could do that, but I'm just saying, so you know you can be there. Because right now, if we don't have a date, how can you say that, yes, I will be there, unless you have that
I'll
option?
talk to my boss.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying, though, it's different, you know, but if we have dates that we know, then we can go to the parents and we can actually, hey, what dates work for you, we're gonna need help, and if we don't get help, there is no T-ball, there is no Pewee, there is no Little League,
That's right,
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we gotta have a direction of it, you know? I mean, we can get together and have every parent write down, yes, I'll be there, yes, I'll be there, but until you actually have a date, you can't officially commit to being there.
'cause everybody has a schedule, you know, but most people know when they can be there and when they can't, you know, the shift work.
Right, I mean, I don't know, I think if we had dates, it'd be a lot easier to coordinate more parents and get more people involved with, but we do, like you said, we do need one head director to take care of everything, and then you tee off from there, right, tree it out, but, yeah, okay. I'll shut up.
But I mean, at the end of the day though too, like, we have young kids that want to play baseball, and we had 2 boys that were just kids themselves who needed some more direction because kids don't know everything.
Oh,
And then we have our softball girls.
everything.
Yeah, well, they don't. But, I mean, just more direction, I think will be really good.
Well, and I think like Kim said, you don't know what you don't know, like, maybe just a little like quick meeting, I know we did that one year, me and Will sat down with like, when Ashlyn helped coach and that, we sat down and just ran through things quick, like, just.
And what gets checked gets done.
Well, I just have to add that Brock has put together a camp, and this year it turned out to be Riverboat Days. But I'm just thinking, that's where kids learn, you know, the fundamentals of how to watch for a ball coming in from the outfield and catching it.
I will say that, add to that, it all starts and ends at people's houses.
Yeah.
Without parents to help their kids, you can't put all your problems on a coach that wasn't there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
at the end of the day. But that being said, we're looking forward to, find more space for maybe a batting cage, people can, you know, work in the off season, for batting practices and pitching practices, indoors, obviously, so we're looking for some good things to come along, but it's slowly but surely, so.
Yeah. And it was Tim's first year, is he gonna?
I haven't, talked to him much, he's been busy now that the season's done, I'll get with him and
Because
kinda.
we might have to do expectations with him too.
Well, yeah, we're going to, but,
Yeah.
as we kind of gauge the parents, not just here, but over the season, it's kind of been, less than what we really want, our expectations are.
Yeah.
So, but I'll talk to him.
And part of it too, you also like, I've had multiple jobs where like, working at a clinic, you have to be able to like, lift so much, move like, you have to be capable.
Physically
Yeah,
able
and
to do
he
the
is
job.
not physically capable of being out there doing what you would expect.
I mean, you can't even stand by first base and first base coach, like you can't stand at all. So a lot of times there wasn't even a first base coach or a third, and when they're just learning to, but sometimes there wasn't. Sometimes there wasn't.
Not for our group.
When they're just learning how to steal, like you need somebody to tell you, cause they don't
A little more active.
know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I feel like if
Yeah.
Tim would've just even, I mean, maybe you don't wanna get drilled, I mean, but Jack and Will, they used to sit on their buckets right outside the dugout. He could've brought his chair right outside the dugout, and I mean.
On the infield, not out.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, one day I came to, a couple times I didn't get to go to Virgil games, I didn't even know that, I thought it was just, Cade and the other kid were the coaches, I didn't see, I was like, oh, doesn't there have to be an adult here?
Yeah, and I feel like with that, you know, director position too, like you don't necessarily even need somebody who knows how to coach baseball. Like that person could be like good at communication, good at organization, you know, like things like that for that position.
Well,
And
like you said,
make time,
somebody-
just overseeing, making sure people are at practice, the coaches are at practice when they're supposed to be, like.
Accountability.
I don't-
Casey would be great at that.
I'm not gonna down Tim, because I think he has a wealth of knowledge of baseball. He's not expressing it out to coaching.
Sure.
That's where I'm at with him, and I'm not gonna down him, because it is a lot for one person for the whole works anyway.
So you're saying he's good at what he does, he just needs to communicate it
He needs
to
to-
the coaches, for the coaches to teach.
To teach it, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, hey, McCade, you go work on ground balls, you go work on, I mean, just, you need to have some guidance,
Yeah.
period. And it's not the kids' fault all the way, because they need to be guided.
Well, Lynette took the time to write this, and this
She was way better than any of us, like.
I mean, I feel like Brock, we wrote something up before, and I can't remember if it was like.
Every year I hand it out,
Yeah.
and every year if I use
I
it away.
know it's a lot. When I went into that shed, I wanna just burn the thing down because it's just a disaster.
Well, okay, here's the other thing. I don't think it got cleaned up after high school.
No, it didn't.
So Marley and I, we went, and that's the part where like, I don't really wanna expect him to put things back in a manner that I would find acceptable. Cause like, the problem is.
But I think this happens every year after high school.
Yeah.
They don't put anything away.
And
They're
she doesn't-
using our stuff. Put it away and use it respectfully.
Well, and
Don't
that's-
just leave it a disaster. Don't
that's
leave
the
the
other
gates
thing.
open. Those gates aren't cheap. Wind comes up out of
Well,
nowhere,
but you
grabs
can't,
it.
parents come in, the thing with the gate, you can make sure you've closed it when you leave, but there are lots of people that come in and use the field. So.
I'm talking the big gate, like that the gator would go through.
Oh,
By
the
the water
door.
main. No, the gate
Oh,
where
that
the
one.
big gate. I'm not so much worried about the little tiny gate,
Yeah.
but that big gate, the wind catches that, it's gonna be destroyed. And I've drove by many a times and I'm like, oh,
Well, and that,
gate's
and
open.
that's the thing.
And sometimes it's not the
Right.
baseball, sometimes it was the person mowing
Oh, okay.
didn't close it after they left the field.
Well, and here's the other thing, I don't know, like, after high school got done, I don't think Coach cleaned things out because as Marley and I went through, her pitching machine was still there, there's lots of stuff that was still there that we grouped together and said, Kaya, can you clean it? So hopefully she's gonna clean that out.
Like, we don't have the room for everything.
And so the other thing I forgot to ask, when we were cleaning up, we cannot get first base. It's like a.
Yes, I know,
Did you try?
I tried, I need to dig it out, what I need to do.
Okay,
Um,
and here's the thing, so my daughter said during high school, I don't know if the bases didn't get pulled as coach, like, there is a red base over by the shed that is bricked up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she reported that to Keith, or if that's park board responsibility, since it's park board field to replace, but the thing that was being used in its place, like, I during the high school season, I was sort of coming up and like pushing it back into place because that double thing, I think there's two holes, because we used to have
They usually,
a white and a red that were in
it was a double anchor was what it was and stuff. And after that one was moved out of place, whatever, with the one inside there now, the anchor snapped. And I've tried with prying bars, and I can't do that, so I was kind of reading about that.
Okay, because Marley and I tried to get it out, because we
It's
took the other
impossible.
bases out, so we were not sure.
Yeah.
Somebody with more muscle.
Yeah, definitely not me.
But anyways, that is one thing, so if you can't, well, and if you can't.
That was the plan. I'm getting, as the year progresses, I'm gonna be getting new bases. I have a new, home plate order too. As that one's curling up, we need a new door, like you showed me, the shed itself.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna be phasing things in and phasing things out.
So that, but yeah, I just wanted, so somebody knew that
Yes.
that red one was ripped out,
Yes,
so,
yeah.
well, goodbye.
Cost of doing business, I suppose. I don't know how to look at that. It is
Sorry
what
for
it
the
is.
long debate, but I think it needs to
Nope.
be addressed.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
well, you know
Or
what?
thanks. I'd rather have debates like this than just nonsense.
Yeah, and you know
It
what?
just makes sense to make improvements, I guess, for everything.
So, I think you should set a meeting.
I will.
Okay.
No, it will in the future.
We'll
Oh,
hold
yeah.
Brock to it, we'll make sure he does.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Brock.
You want me to show the sign?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Go for it.
There's been a sign ordered for the, down by the fence, and go behind the dugout.
For the tree.
Oh,
I was gonna show all the numbers.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm just like, finish.
learned a lot. Very.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
That's awesome.
yep, there's.
I approved it the other day.
Yeah, I had to get it approved before I ordered it, and I saw him, and I liked it.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, I can send it.
He played baseball.
The man sign in Bismarck. Yes.
Yes.
So. No, okay. Thanks for coming, Jared.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Well, Jen, you can come
Well,
up
we
and talk
got
some
rid
more.
of the riffraff.
Tracy's
Tracy.
I gotta, he's supposed to have this, yeah.
Okay, I'll walk on it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I haven't walked the dog yet today.
Okay.
Tracy, I have to say, I said, well, we got rid of the riffraff.
And then you came back in the room and
And then
she
I
goes, oh,
came
maybe
back.
not.
Load it back up.
I don't consider it that. I think we're only gonna make things so much better, and I think it's nice that you care.
Mhm.
And we can't drop that, you
Yeah.
know, let's fix it, let's have the most spectacular
You know, when, like,
baseball.
20 years ago, having it set up the way it is now works because there were half the kids.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
like, what did you count up, 88?
Yeah,
Roughly out of him.
88, 86 kids.
I seen him take his shoes and stuff off and he was over.
Right, that's a lot of children.
22 and.
Job security.
Yep.
Job security.
48,
I'm gonna have Tracy go first, she made a little
30,
presentation
78.
here, and then I'll talk.
It's a work in progress, it's a work in progress, but it's been kind of fun.
so you got 22 and 20,
42,
so 16,
58,
plus 30.
I have to tell you,
Well.
off and on, one.
Okay, pool,
Yes, she did a great job.
bedtime.
Yeah, pool, bedtime, okay, where do you want me to
And so-
stick this?
And so did her attendance, everybody just did their job.
You'd have let me know, I could have figured out how to get it up on the TV.
It's okay, yep,
The big
I never
screen.
found that.
Oh, that's okay.
It's just a kind of a,
It's, you'll get the gist, it's
Yeah.
2 minutes and 52 seconds, but I made a video.
This video will show the areas Park Board is planning to revive at the Washburn Swimming Pool.
I added some music.
Can we make it bigger?
I created it in mobile view, hang on. Talk, Jen, give me.
Okay, let's let Tracy try to get her video figured out here. Okay, my list. Okay, so we got the lift, handicap lift. It's currently on a pallet. I need help.
Yeah.
So I don't know how
It
we,
just got dropped, and it's in a wooden crate.
it's with screws and
Yeah.
so.
Will it sync up to our current base plate that we have, or no?
It's
It is mobile.
It is mobile, okay.
Mhm. So that one can just get cut out and,
Be done with it,
yep.
okay.
So, and this one, I don't know where we're gonna put it yet, but Dana had a great idea to maybe, get one of those, wide door, outdoor sheds or
Okay.
storage containers that we could just push it into, like out on that corner on the
For
deck.
the summer and then in the winter.
Right, we can put it in the office,
Yeah.
right, but just so that it's not sitting in the office, because it's big, you know, right, and there's not like a ton of room in the office, so, just so it's out of the way.
But isn't it a good idea to have that portable?
Yeah, that's nice, yeah,
You know, the one that's there never got used.
yeah, this one probably won't either, but.
No, that's not true, my sister used it a couple times.
Did she?
But that was, Adeline is 11 now, so that was like when she was 5, so.
Got used a few times. Okay, so, yeah, that's there. Swimming lessons have gone awesome. Tracy did the first session along with Aubriana. The first session, we had 57 kids, and it brought in approximately $2,100.
Nice.
Yes, that was 8 classes.
You know, I collected $40 that day in gifts to the pool.
Extra
Just taking the
donation.
money,
Yeah, a lot of people, when they pay for those lessons, they'll give a little extra donation too.
So the guys just came up to me with $20 bills, and I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And a gal came over from Center, and I said, it'll be $35. And
Mhm.
she said, for today? And I said, no, for the lessons, there's 5 lessons. And she said,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what I paid in Center? And they didn't even have lessons this summer.
Mm-hmm.
So
I saw that they weren't going to.
I know they haven't been
she
able
didn't
to
have
be
any help.
open very much at all, but.
And we could raise the price of ours easily. We're way cheaper than everybody else. But we
That's-
have
she
just
said
kept
that.
it, we've kept it that way because a lot of people want to put their kids maybe in 2 sessions. And again, we're just trying to keep it affordable for everybody.
Mhm.
So, and if you have
4 kids you're putting in lessons, it gets expensive, so.
Oh, and again, back to the whole, you're not doing it to meet.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
kind of,
this probably, it
it's
covers
not
the
a
cost of
money-making
the
thing.
instructors and the lifeguard and who's ever working that day probably is really all it covers, but
Mhm.
anyway. And then our second session, we just finished up today, and that one Tracy didn't teach because she was
Mine's broken.
taking care of her broken husband, but, so just Aubriana taught,
That I misdrive, right?
and then, Brooklyn and Bree both taught because they can technically teach at the same time that WSI is teaching, so they took a couple of classes. So we had 5 classes with 35 kids and brought in about 1,400. So that was good. And we are talking about trying to do one more, and Tracy would probably teach, and then Aubriana again, so that one would probably be a little bit bigger one again. So the
Can I-
lessons have been really good.
Can I ask, you said a money amount in your very beginning. Can I, what was that?
2,100-ish.
Okay. 2,100-ish for donations?
No, for the first swimming lesson.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah.
And a
And then
lady
1,400 for the second.
Where were they from? The grandma.
Cole Harbor.
No. Anyways, the grandma came and she brought the kids and she said her grandkids have been to swimming lessons in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and our pool. And our
Oh. I was so proud of the Aubriana and her assistants because they worked. They didn't stand there. They all took part. Boy, they did a great job. Oh, here's their show.
Okay, Tracy made a show, bro.
Okay, sorry. I should send you guys the link too. Laura, Jen, and I decided people need a video, because like when you look at it like this, it looks great, there's nothing wrong with the pool. Right, Dana?
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the Washburn Swimming
Don't
Pool.
listen to my voice.
This video will show the areas Park Board is planning to revive at the Washburn Swimming Pool.
Music. Baby pool, current condition. Black paint with sharp edges. That's what it looks like with no water. Yeah.
That was, yeah, kind of, we were gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
That's where the splash pad's from.
No.
You know, I've said the same thing, is leave the pool on that one side and then take that baby pool out, and make a splash pad back there and out into where that picnic table is.
I took these prices from the Blue Novel.
Did you show after, did you put after pictures though, after we?
Hatch
Oh.
pile areas.
Right
I
on
got you.
We worked hard on that.
The revival would remove the dark blue tile, install a stainless steel perimeter gutter and plumbing system. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that one doesn't. That shows how bad it is. That shows how bad it is. So people know how bad it is. I didn't get the bathroom.
Is it bad?
Yeah, not really. I think we can make it. Look, I got some. Along with the gutter system, 4 feet of decking around the pool perimeter will be removed and replaced. Cracked fill pipe with dug up concrete for access. I almost tripped on that today. Fill hose, due to rust and broken pipe.
Hey,
You
good
did awesome. You got it full, Dana. And we just like took some pictures of the fencing being old and, oh, it's not showing the top part. This is in the baby pool. It's just hanging off the wall. The boys' bathroom is great too, but I don't have them on there. Treasured place for summer fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's Laura speaking. See? And I make it fun like that. There's one of your boys. I think it's Tisha. Or maybe Micaiah. I don't know.
Micaiah, was it?
Yeah, it was. See, this is why we can't get rid of the baby pool.
Yeah.
There's Cheryl with Liam and Virgil. Hanging out, getting a fan. I don't know what that is. Oh, because it's resizing. Okay, so, like, my own kids are in here a lot because these were my pictures.
You could tell them what to do.
Well, no, these are just old pictures I have from the pool.
Looks sad right now.
Sorry, guys.
Everybody go stand in the empty baby pool.
Yeah, everybody better get
Cry.
the baby pool and cry.
You know, I've got to tell you something, and you don't know this, but Jen has spent a lot of time trying to get that pool so it could be a pool, and she just can't get it, right?
Hey, they got it.
The baby pool?
Oh, no, the baby pool.
Yeah,
Like,
I
no,
can't
but,
figure out the baby. Given up at this point, I think.
but my thought was to help with donations, that we could show a video and, like, people could see, like, it looks great when you drive by and kids are swimming in it.
Of course, yeah.
But-
That would be really great on the Park Board Facebook page, right? Do we
Yeah.
have a Park Board Facebook?
We
No,
can
I
send
have
the
a
pool.
pool.
Oh,
yeah,
pool,
that's
yeah.
right,
Yep.
But I don't know, I might have shortened it up, but anyways, when I get it like fixed and looking like better, but like people have no idea how like much it is needed to spend the money to do this, because they just see it full. They don't see,
Yeah, right to the surface.
yep,
And
they
like we
don't
talked
see
about
Dana
adding-
figuring out how to get a hose into the pool because the pipe is cracked and we can't get it full and everybody's mad that it's not open. So.
Yeah, and you've got to take pictures of the children's toes after they're all
Yeah,
tore up
I
and
don't have
ripped up,
pictures from the bottom
walking
of the pool.
on the bottom of the pool because it's so
Because it's
cracked and
it's cracked, it's
chipping
rough.
paint.
You get cuts, you get blisters because it feels like sandpaper on the bottom of the pool.
Like our kids who are
Swimming,
there.
not standing.
Well, from climbing up the side,
From climbing up the
and-
side, from doing handstands.
And our jet, truck, wall, whatever, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
awful on the feet.
It's very bad on
Yeah.
yeah.
That wall needs to come down.
That thing scares me.
It's a challenge.
I mean, it's
The rock
fun,
wall?
like the kids love it, but as
The
a
rock wall?
lifeguard, that's the most dangerous structure, former lifeguard, that's the most dangerous structure in my mind in the pool, because the kids are up and they don't see what's underneath them.
Yeah.
And they can land on top of someone, and I can't
That
believe
happens.
that the high dive was a bigger liability than that. In
Or
my
even a
opinion.
low dive,
Or
for that
even a
matter.
low dive, for that matter. I mean, like,
Pictures, man, I don't, for that.
yeah, it was fun. I mean, I've only watched 2 times, but it was.
Thanks for doing that.
But I mean, like, when I get it better and like the picture's not cut off, I'll like share it with you guys, and if you're okay with
Tracy, very nice
sharing
job.
it with the world,
The community.
the community, and my former lifeguard friends that we all still.
Not to get,
We just thought that,
waivers from everybody whose kids' faces.
well, that's what I said. She goes, do you have a picture of the pool like full? And I was like, of kids? And I was like, no, because I feel like we're taking pictures of other people's kids in the pool. So
No.
I don't really ever try to
like,
take pictures.
no, I'll list the kids in these pictures. I will get permission from the
my
parents
kids to show up.
to have them on there, but,
Yeah.
like, they're old.
But we just talked about, and like Laura too, we all were talking about this, like, some of the, especially like the older people in the community, like, they don't know what is wrong with the pool or what needs to be redone, and so we just thought if we put some pictures together that show maybe some of the issues or some of the problems, that maybe they'll
And
be a little more apt to donate.
I felt so bad when that pool went down, because I have kids that if I'm out walking, they live in those trailers over there, and they're hot. They're hot all day, they're hot all night. But one of the little kids said, well, I went swimming today, and it was really good, and I just get my towel wet, and I wrap it around me, and then I stay cool all night. Well, you know, when they didn't have any place to cool, I just felt so bad, you know.
You'll be open this weekend for 100-degree weather, right?
No, we won't, we're closed Saturday and Sunday.
Shut up, even Saturday? Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Maybe lifeguards. They're all going to State Fair would be my guess.
How can you let them all off like that?
Because they're kids and they'll just quit if I
Yeah,
don't
they
give them
will.
days off.
it's not like when we were kids. But anyways, if you guys are,
like extra pay for weekends like that, if people would stay and seem to be open?
Oh, not ever since I've been there, but.
I think that was for private parties.
I thought we had talked about that.
No, we talked about
Yeah,
it,
we
we
talked
wanted to pick up extra shifts.
Yeah, like if it was a weekend where something like that was going on, offer an increased
Was
rate.
I here for this conversation? I'm sorry, I have a terrible memory. I
Yeah,
apologize.
offer
I
an
don't
increased
remember
rate,
that.
because you could get a couple.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
Okay, thanks.
Well,
okay.
You wanna be a
so-
lifeguard for the weekend, and then the pool can be open?
I mean, I still know what to do, but that's probably a liability for you guys.
I did hire one more
I still have a
lifeguard.
whistle.
So that helps.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you did,
and I-
sorry.
Yeah, is her drug test?
Good, good.
Okay, good. I assumed that I
Yeah,
heard from you, she
yeah.
was fine, but.
I see this as it came in, I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's okay, that's all right, perfect, okay.
Is there any way that we could ask if anybody could come and open it this weekend? Cause I think we're gonna get harassed pretty tough on that with the 110-degree days.
Ask like who?
The lifeguards. If there's anybody that would be willing to come in and work and.
Or all of them nobody's around, is what you're saying?
Let me look at them.
I got a feeling it's gonna blow up about as good as the grass over there did the other day.
Well, you might get a little bit of feedback for being closed
I
the two hottest
have-
weekends of the summer. Too hot for it to open. Big and big, that'd be cool.
One lifeguard.
My boy said that to me the other
I
day,
have-
you guys wanna go to the pool? It's too hot to go to the pool. What?
Virgil goes, nobody wants to go, they all want to stay home and play video games. And I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
so weird.
you know what though, I would never let my kids do that, stay home and watch video games.
I have 2 lifeguards who are available, however, we can't be open with 2 lifeguards if we want 2 lifeguards out.
Oh, yeah. You need some.
Everybody else
need
has
4.
asked for off.
So you need 4, right?
3, I need at least 3.
3.
So 2 plus 3.
Well, I mean, I can go out and stand on the deck, but I'm not legal anymore.
What are we willing to offer you guys? They make what now an hour?
I will pay you, they get paid so good.
What do they, what
Well,
do
they're
we
making
pay
at
them?
least 15, you know, depending on if they've been here for prior years or not.
Well, what if we, it's just a weekend, what if we say, we'll double your pay?
Double, but.
I mean,
But
if you
how
did
about $10?
18, $20 an hour or something like that, would you be willing to come in and work for the weekend that everybody else wants off so we can be open?
I was gonna say.
I mean, it's a benefit to the community, just like I said, if it's gonna be that hot of a weekend, it seems people are gonna probably
They're
pay
making
something if we're
17
closed.
on, you think 20 for us?
No, they're making
15.
Okay.
So then, but the girls who have not asked for off and are here to work, they would get paid that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can put it out there, see if anybody
Any
else can
lifeguard
work.
that wants to work this weekend, $20 an hour.
Okay. All right.
Daniel, bring
I'll put
down
it out
cold
there.
drinks to them.
$20 an hour is good money.
I thought I was making good money when minimum wage
I'll
went
make a
up to
motion.
$5.50.
Okay.
Second motion. Well, I think that should almost just be because I know there are some weekends during the summer that you have that issue, but that should almost be just like, if you can identify those weekends and say, you know, if these are the weekends we have that problem, and we're gonna pay more if people are willing to be here so we can be open.
And what are the
I think
weekend hours,
this is
1 to
kind
5?
1 to 6.
1 to 6. So if they're going to a concert, maybe just 1 to 5 instead. Don't have time to rest. Just Roof their hair.
Drive to my house.
And drive.
Any other discussion?
Okay, for me
Brock,
in general?
no, hold on, no.
Oh,
for-
for that, okay.
Brock?
Yes.
Kit? Yes. Judy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. $20, got it. Put on that much.
I think maybe.
So
Tracy said
who-
she's in Bismarck, she missed the email. So she's like, what did I miss?
So I wonder how, cause I think Chelsea said something that these oath of office have to be done in July.
Should I ask her when she's gonna be back?
Yeah, it's
Like, the 22nd? She caught me in the office the other day and made me fill it
well,
out.
I think, yeah, it's like 29th or something.
Yeah, she's the 22nd.
I know she sometimes works at the Larks game.
But
Is there a Larks game?
I don't know how it works, like,
does she have to be around all of us to read it, or if, like, she just read it in front of me? I don't know how that works.
Just call from the phone, maybe we have a quorum.
Yeah, we'll get, yeah.
Ask if she's gonna be home in like 5 minutes.
Drop what you're doing. You might be, with what you got left on your agenda, you got another half hour.
I'm hoping not, I'm hoping we can get this over with, and I'm ready to go.
You offered the $20?
I made the motion, Brock
And who did
second.
the second? Brock?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Moving on.
Oh, no,
Okay, no, I'm almost done. Okay, pallet, baby pool, does anybody have any input on the baby pool, or are we just not?
What's wrong with it?
Every time I fill it, it looks absolutely disgusting.
It
I have
does.
filled it and drained it and filled it and
And it
drained it and
doesn't
filled
stay
it and
full
drained it.
either.
Well, that's always
It's
been
like
it. I
liquid.
can fill it, that's fine, but I can't get it to fill and be not disgusting. I don't
Fill it with
know
cement.
what's wrong.
And doesn't it, is it,
Let's just
it's on
say
its
that,
own
you
filter,
know, like
right?
that
Yeah.
splash pad,
I haven't
still
even,
got the pool, but, you know, the younger kids can go to that splash pad.
you know what though?
I wonder
Little
if-
kids don't like splash pads. Little kids don't wanna be sprayed in the face with water.
No, they
Little
like
kids
to go
wanna
to
be
that
sit
pool.
in a little
I
pool.
wonder if we need to do the same thing like I had to do with the big pool,
What do you mean?
where I flushed it, and it was down, where I took the top off the pump and let it,
Just fill it,
Oh.
I mean, okay, so here's what I've done. This is, I think, 4 times. That's basically what I've done.
Mm.
I filled it, it looks gross, I take the top off the filter, let all the water out. Close the filter, start filling, looks disgusting, take the top off the filter,
well,
let
we
it
need
all
to
out.
keep, you need to keep the water in there to keep putting new water in.
So it
You put the
circulates. Have you let it,
disgusting water
I don't know
into it,
how I
and it
can-
have you
fills
let
it.
it turn around one whole, how long does it take the baby pool to turn
No,
around?
I haven't even filled it all the way, cause it
Oh.
looks so disgusting that I don't even feel like the filter's gonna clean it. Like, it's like brown.
Well, that's the way the big pool was. I don't know how many times I opened that top and let her buck chuck.
So
'Cause
just
it might
fill
need
it
to-
and
it
start
might
the
need
filter
to
and,
Go
but I don't know
through
how I would,
a couple times.
like the big pool, you can open up the filter and let water run out. If I do that with the baby pool, it's empty in no time.
The baby
Like the
pool
big
doesn't
pool,
hold
you can
water.
let a bunch of water out and it's fine.
Can you run that big hose, will that reach over there?
The fire hose,
Or if the city has another.
So it just drains out by itself?
Yeah, that
the
one's got
baby
some
pool,
bad
yeah,
stuff.
it has really bad leaks. We have to,
Yeah.
fill it goes empty halfway
No,
down every day.
It's,
We
it's
have to
already
fill it.
July 22nd. Don't even worry about it for this year.
Okay. I mean,
It
and my
sucks,
other
but-
thought was to take the, you know how we take the cover off down
Mhm.
and clean out in there, but like everything is, I can see one screw and the rest are covered with, I don't know if it's like, caulking or cement or, I don't know, I can't see any of the other schools.
Next year
Paint,
problem.
I don't know.
So that could be another problem if that's been leaking like that for how long?
Oh, it has been.
It's gotta be going into the ground, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
So if that's going into the ground, then that's going underneath into the main pool, and that's where all your heaving is coming from your cement breaking in the bottom of your pool. And when it freezes in the wintertime,
Yeah.
that ground is saturated underneath there, it's heaving that up, breaking that pool up.
Well, and I'm sure that, I mean, the big pool leaks too, so there's, I mean, it's
Right,
wet
right,
under
yeah,
there
I mean,
anyway.
that's, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, well, I mean,
Sorry, little kids.
okay, honestly, nobody's really accepting things, so I guess.
Well, even better.
You know
Tomorrow.
what,
No
though?
news
I
is good
think
news.
that bench is really a cool thing for little kids to stand on. And they put it kind of down a ways and out in the middle for them to stand on, so they
Oh, for
were
lessons.
accustomed
But
to
we
the
can't,
pool.
yeah, but we can't leave that out all the time,
Okay.
because
It
bigger
floats.
kids would play on it, and it can tip over,
Yeah.
and.
Mhm.
so
But
that's-
it's very
okay.
nice for
But it is,
lessons.
yeah, it is nice.
But they do have like islands that you can anchor in there, but, I mean,
Yeah.
like with a liner, that probably doesn't work, but like, I mean, there's all kinds of.
Well, Hazen had one of those. and
Did
have a
they?
liner.
They
Yeah.
do? Mm.
Anyway, okay, my last thing. Tomorrow, the bank is sponsoring a free swim day. I didn't know if you guys knew that or
How
not.
does that work for us?
Well, I don't, that's what I said, like, well, we are free. And she's like, well, what would be your, like, suggested price if people were to pay? And then, so they're doing it for
$20.
Garrison and Underwood
$20
schools.
and hopefully get about 110 kids.
And then, right? And then I said, well, Underwood charges $10 a day.
Like that?
Insane. Garrison charges $5 a day. I was like, so, I don't know. I think $10 is insane. I would probably take $5, but, you know, give us however much money you want.
Right.
So I think basically the bank is gonna donate.
Oh my goodness, we just throw them there.
I wonder what does Hazen charge on it?
Hazen, I took, let's see, there was 5 of us and it was $30. So,
That's it.
$5, $6, yeah.
I think I remember. It was-
And they have a water,
big,
water
like a
slide,
fun
a
water
diving
slide,
board,
yeah.
a rock wall, a floating island, a splash pad. Like, their pool's amazing.
A lazy river thing.
Wow.
And it
Ours
was,
just isn't
it's
good
a
anymore.
liner.
Close it down.
And it was so soft on my feet.
Yes, at the beginning of the, like, yeah, it's,
So anyways, I just wanted you guys to know about that. I was like, well, what do I need to do? She was like, nothing. So I don't know if they're gonna have somebody there like counting, or if they're just gonna go by whatever our count is. Because we do, I mean, we take, when people come in, we write down,
Yeah.
you know, how many swimmers. So I don't know if they'll just take that. We'll add a few extra.
Santa girl.
Crazy day ever, we had
Oh my goodness, you guys swear the line, and so people could see it, because it was free.
Walk out the door, they come in.
You know what, though, I wish we would have known that, because we've got to do some cooking around the pool, and it could have been that day.
No, wouldn't have worked for me.
Well, that's what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, that's all I have. That's me. I'm done.
Okay, I'll keep playing with my video,
Okay.
because it's so fun.
Thank you.
Okay, maintenance position resignation, didn't get a text or a letter, he just did a verbal, Darren no longer works for us. That's that.
Did he say why?
He felt like he was being attacked. He came talk to me,
Attacked by who?
people in the community.
Really? You know, I thought his mowing was great.
Right away. You know, right away, he did good, right away.
Good, better, and different. He always complained about not having enough hours. That was on him. When he started, I'm not getting enough hours. There was more than enough things to do. So if he was going that direction, where we were going to be losing him, that's one thing. But it is what it is at this point. We have to move forward and try to figure something out in the last portion of it. As long as it stays pretty hot outside, the grass not going to grow as fast, and I just have to run it. I don't know.
Look where my finger's pointing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, are you interested in finishing out the year?
Okay, well, hold on, we gotta wait. I got 2 more things, but,
Okay.
I forgot. Yeah.
maintenance update, really isn't much, I mean, most of the parks don't look that great anyway, because we can't seem to get no rain, and
So we gotta make a motion on that last one.
oh, yeah, probably, get back to that.
Which one is that?
The,
Make a
to
motion
accept
to
his resignation.
accept
Okay,
his resignation. Darren?
You making the motion? Yep. I'll second. Brock?
Yes.
Kit?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Yes.
You have my number? It's my number. If you need help, you just call me too.
Oh, wait, he's not hired yet, hold on.
Wishful thinking.
Well, I didn't think he was hired, I just, he was doing it out of the kindness of his heart.
No.
I mowed yesterday, or a couple days ago.
For the park board? Where at?
Down the baseball fields.
Oh, really?
Just to get things kind of clean up on one side. But,
Well, thanks. And then, I guess, Kit, Judy, both of you kind of have the door situation. Kit went up to Wagonwood the other day too, but you've been in contact with Tim Martin, so you have the floor for this door.
Okay, well, I knew, you know what, I didn't realize there were other people that did that job, but I knew that Tim Martin did little jobs, and everything I've ever seen looked great. So I asked him, and he said, yeah, he would be interested. And he went to see about the door, and the door is $1,000, $1,051.37, and he's charging 16, and that means, he said, I don't have to.
16, or he's charging 600?
1,600.
Okay.
It's, the total thing is 1,600. He's gonna buy the door. But he said he has to buy some trim pieces and some paint and a few things, so that would be added into the equipment that we needed, you know, the price from the, and so he's making about $500.
And he said that was just a number he threw out. He said doesn't take him the full lot of time, it'll be cheaper,
Yeah. I mean, we need that door done, and I looked at it the other day, and I thought, and I called him, and he said, I'll come,
The door's been needed to be done for about 3 years.
Yeah, so it's getting done. If that's okay, I will call him tonight and tell him to do the door. And he also is considerate of the kids, the swimming, so he's not in the girls' bathroom, you know, when they're.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, and he knows that.
If you can do it on a Sunday, that'd be great.
Yep.
So we're closed. It's closed every Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Unless there's a,
Well, it'll be 200 degrees in there this Sunday, so.
yeah, well, you gotta order the door anyway.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks out.
You know what, and he
I mean,
can go in after.
even if it doesn't get done until the pool is closed, when it's cooler out, it really doesn't matter. It's been going this long, or isn't something that needs to just, yeah, we need to get things done, but
It takes some time to get this door in, and it's a
to be considerate
4-foot
so
wide
that
door. That's
he's not
gonna
in
work
there
great.
when kids are in there. It's either gotta be a Sunday, because he's not gonna get it done, he starts on it at 8, he's not gonna get it done before lunchtime, or when
Right.
it opens at noon or whatever.
Right.
So it's gonna be, I would say, either just wait till the pool is closed for the season, and then he has access, so that if he starts going and, oh crap, I need something else, that there's not tools laying around, and then you have to pick everything up, where you give him a key for the gate, and if he wants to leave his tools there for the night, lock the gate up.
Yeah. I looked at a couple different doors, Judy, too.
He is going to get, this one is gonna be a fiberglass.
I know, I looked at a couple different doors, trying to cheapen it up a little bit. But like, you know, like I went over and talked to Tim too, just like you said, with that aluminum or that fiberglass door, you ain't gonna have to worry about condensation or moisture, but I was like, well, it's enclosed now, you know, really, so, but,
that will be the best.
yeah.
I mean, it
In
still
the
gets
long
wet in
run.
there though.
Yeah.
Right,
'Cause
yeah,
kids,
kids wetness,
you know,
yeah.
taking shower, you know, rinsing off or whatever, or running in after they've been in the pool, I mean,
Right.
there's still a lot of moisture in that.
Do they use that shower? Do they use the showers yet?
Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to.
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah.
supposed
And
to
you
rinse
know
off
what?
Before you get in, but.
I've gotta tell you something, a lot of grown-ups take a shower.
Good.
Grown women, yeah, they do.
You're doing it for, you know.
Okay,
So someone wants
I'll make a motion to approve that fiberglass door, Tim Martin to install it.
to second it. Any other discussion? We don't need to, are we gonna put a dollar amount on it, or are we just gonna, I mean, as long as he doesn't go like,
He
come
said
back and it was
1,600.
5,000 or something.
No, he said, we can put a max of 1,600, because that's what he asked.
Okay.
Like, maybe do like a max of 2,000.
Yeah, max of 2,000 in case something.
Yeah.
Okay?
Brock?
Yes.
Kit?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Yes. I don't know if anybody else has anything on any maintenance stuff?
I do, I have a little list.
Did that sidewalk ever
Okay.
get fixed down by the?
I've been asked for we had a beautification of our flower beds at the park. And by golly, that guy worked a lot and put in a lot of flowers. And he was asking for a bench. And I said I would bring that to this group and see if we could get a bench. They've got to be pretty cheap now at Menards and stuff, so we probably could get one. What do you think?
Look at options, see what you can find first.
Okay. So what would you say the maximum that you're willing to spend?
I don't know, what kind of bench are you looking at, just one that can,
Yeah, just
a
a-
removable bench that?
Yeah.
You're talking about a what kind of a bench? Kind of movable bench where you can kind of, it's portable for where?
Yeah.
The
At the,
flower,
by the river, he's got a place for it,
Riverboat
by
Park.
the flower bed.
Is that something where you have to worry about somebody's gonna come through there and just like up and take it if it's movable, or is it?
Absolutely.
Or what do you want, concrete in there, put one down permanent, or, that's kind of what I'm like, if you want to put something like that out at a place like, a public place like that, you usually want it to be
Fastened
not like
into the ground.
something people can just pick up and take off of it, you know?
I'm really confused, what do they want a bench
It,
for?
it came to me from, the lady that worked at Wagon Wheel, doesn't work there anymore. Anyway, she came to,
Smithy's wife?
yeah,
Carla Klein.
Yeah, Carla Klein.
Carla, yeah. She is the one that said we would like to have that, but actually somebody else called me about it, and I don't know who that was.
I wonder, just kind of, because that flower bed was planted in memory of Cleo Norquist, if you put on like the bench in memory of, because the one at the one-room schoolhouse, nobody's taken that one, and that's movable.
Yeah, but they stole the plumbing from the bathroom at Riverside Park.
I guess they didn't need a bench that said in memory of something deputy, one of the city.
Well, there's a lot more cameras around the school though.
So, one of the.
No, the
They have a
Oh, the
horse,
schoolhouse, okay.
Yeah.
Two different places, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
they have a
I'm just really
horticultural group in Washburn.
I'm just confused why they want a bench there, like, there's the flower beds, and then there's the pavilion.
Isn't there a bench?
There was a bench somewhere.
There's one right up in that little, the little picnic area, or what, right up
I'm
in
confused why they want a bench, like, are they just sitting down there admiring the flowers, or?
Probably.
So would it be something you just tell them, if this is something you want, bring a proposal to us for what you're thinking?
That's what I think.
And put it on them
Or were they
to do it?
asking permission to put the bench into the park?
I would tell them
That's what I
to find
thought.
something that they want, get prices on it, and bring it to us.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know what dollar amount to put on something for that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't, and I'm trying to figure out why they want a bench.
Well, you know what, this is what we do, we do this and they'll tell us. I just got the phone call, you
Mhm.
know. Let's see, the bench, the bathrooms, that's taken care of.
Did you call another place?
Mm-hmm. 2 new auto faucets, electric,
Mhm.
okay.
Not battery, electric.
No, I told them that.
Okay.
Of the
When are they
attorney,
coming?
I don't know.
Oh,
You know what, they didn't tell me.
okay.
Attorney,
He never called me back.
okay. So are we just gonna say that he can have that property?
That you can?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Okay.
not until I talk, I'm not putting my name on anything until I hear from an attorney that says
Okay,
it's okay.
that's, okay. Are we gonna schedule some cookouts? Okay. Okay, I have Darren there, but I don't know why I wrote Darren there. Oh, maybe I did it after. Okay, and we want some picnic tables for the church, so, at the park, and we already discussed it. The church is gonna have a service and serve burgers and stuff
What
afterwards. Lutheran Church.
Oh, okay.
the day after